Making the impossible possible. Hemp industry in Nepal. The hemp solution for creating sustainability in Nepal. Building supply chain, eco-education center, building industries, supporting local industries and research centers. CEO and owner of Canaveda Nepal. Co-founder of Canaveda Academy International, managing partner of Hemp Bazar Nepal. From Nepal, Pratik Karki.
Hello and namaste, everyone. Greetings from the Himalayas. I am Pratik Karki, the CEO of Canaveda Company Private Limited. So today I am going to share on the topic how we are making the impossible possible as we envision to build Nepal as the Silicon Valley of hemp. So the goals of our foundation and company is to create 100,000 jobs to valuation of 600 million euros in 3 years. And currently our valuation is around 12 million. And we want to build Nepal brand globally. But most of all, we created Canaveda as a sustainable solution because all the co-founders and partners who were involved in this always wanted to find a solution to the big problems that were going in the world. So with the solutions that we have created and we are working on, we aim to reduce microplastic and create a sustainable and holistic world. So let me take you back in time. So this is around 6,000 years back. So since 6,000 years, hemp and cannabis, it has been used in this country. So there is this science of Ayurveda, and there are 5 very special plants, the most powerful plants, and cannabis is classified as one of them. And we have Lord Shiva as a god in our Hindu mythology. So basically, there is a story where he saved the world from the poison by taking the poison, and later he cured himself with the cannabis plant. And now we can see all that happening as the world is now opening up and following. So let me again take you back in time. Here I'm sharing about the history of hemp in Nepal. So before 1970, Nepal was the utopia we dreamt of. Cannabis was legal and we could buy it everywhere. So until 16th July 1973, the American government pressurized Nepal to cancel all the license. Before they were getting license and they could sell cannabis everywhere. And even after the government canceled all the license, still cannabis used to be used and used to be sold until 1976, when the Narcotics Drugs Control Act was issued. So after that, this whole cannabis culture was totally destroyed, though still we have a lot of festivals like Shivaratri and Holi, where we celebrate and cannabis is used openly. So this is a picture of before 1970. This was when there was this hippie movement and people from all around the world, they came to Nepal, and this was the dream. They wanted to be here, and you could find these hashish stores everywhere in Nepal, and you can see the menu. So basically, still not a lot has changed. Nepal is still very rich, and it is the utopia we dream of. So this is the place of origin, because there is a gap between this industrialization. It has not been so industrialized, and that is the beauty of it, because the land is still preserved. And the water, the air, everything is still rich. And in this rich land, we can find these cannabis plants of ancient genetics. There are around 110 types of different strains of cannabis plant that we can find here, and you can find mostly cannabis sativa that grows up till 14 meters high. So you can see the thickness of this cannabis plant, and this is also not that thick. You can find like big trees and really thick. So all of this is growing wild. So basically, we created this solution in order to build our country, and we saw that a lot of rich resources are just going waste. There still is this culture where people are growing cannabis and they are using this cannabis in order to treat the cattle and different diseases that even they face. And they are making the oil out of it, and they are using it for food. And yes, so still that culture is going there because it is ingrained in the essence of our culture. So basically, our foundational goal is to kind of preserve all this ancient culture and to rebuild it. So what we envision is to create a sustainable and holistic world. And how we are doing it, currently we are building the research center. It is the first natural fiber research center of Nepal. So we are also working with the government and also with industrialists in order to make the impossible possible, because on a regulatory level, things are a little tricky. But still, now we have that leverage to make what was impossible possible. So we are creating a lot of products, and our products are being delivered to around 14 countries all around the world. And we are also now starting to educate the people here, because after this Narcotics Drugs Control Act, there was a different kind of stereotype that was starting to build, because it was looked in a different way. So that is now slowly starting to change. And still, there are these stereotypes that we feel is very important to break. That's why we are creating this eco-education system, because we are creating this foundation for the people. So that's why now we have farmers cooperative, because there is around 10 million tons of cannabis and hemp that is growing wild. So basically, like now we are also encouraging farmers, and we are giving them we are creating this good value chain and a good like fair trade model, so everyone would be able to make the most out of it. And we are building the supply chain in such a way, integrating it with AI and blockchain, so that we can also launch our hemp investment bank. And now we have started in a lot of places, in around 46 districts out of 77 districts. We have researched on the data, and we are going on the field, and we are basically finding out what is there. So basically, the USP of this Nepalese hemp is there is sativa long fiber that was not chemically processed or crushed, keeping its natural benefits and effects. So made from wild growing cannabis sativa, there is no industrial hemp or have been genetically modified. So there are no monoculture farms, so it can directly benefit the tribal people, because cannabis is growing here like earthworms are made out of the soil naturally. So basically, like, because we are blessed with this natural resource, rich natural resource, this cannabis is also of a very high quality. So currently what we are doing is women empowerment is our goal. So we are employing more than 60 women in rural areas and also here. So we are creating more jobs, and we want to create this gap, and we want to be very cautious uh, because we want to save this traditional culture that we have, and we want to industrialize but with conscience. So what we believe is in creating more jobs. That's why most of our products are 100% handmade. So this is why we are here, to protect and sustain the ancient culture of fiber technology that existed in Nepal since 6,000 years. So this is a very ancient land. So current status, only 3.2% of the whole raw hemp capacity is used to produce local handmade hemp yarn in 2019, 268,500 kg. So 60% from this yarn is used in carpet industry, 15% from this yarn is used in bag and cloth industry, 5% from this yarn is used by local people, 15% from this yarn is exported, 5% from this yarn is used in knitting products. Only 1.3% of the total raw material is used for industrial production in 2019. So that is 107,500 kg, which we are taking to 1 million ton this year. So out of this, 70% export is done to India, 20% is used by bag industry using cotton and hemp to make yarn in Kathmandu. 5% is used for carpet industry using wool and hemp to make yarn in Kathmandu, and 5% for other uses. So what have we accomplished so far? Where are we right now? So we have been lobbying. Since I am also the representative of Hemp Association of Nepal, together with the right team and bringing the people together, creating this environment of collaboration, we have been lobbying, and things are looking very positive. Basically, we passed a document to the government, and it would have been legalized, but because of this corona, things became a little slow. But it seems that in the coming years, things are looking very positive to us. So what we also did was, after this COVID-19, we also innovated the first hemp masks of the world. There was no hemp mask recorded till when we launched our hemp mask. So basically, like, we have the people who understand hemp, and they have been able to create all these innovative solutions. So we also built the first natural fiber research center of Nepal in association with the government. And currently, what was the breakthrough is that we developed our own long fiber yarn in association with leading industrialists. And currently, Nepal has become a place where we are attracting a lot of investors, because there is a lot of opportunity right now. And because we are first movers, things are a little challenging, but this is what we do. We make the impossible possible. So basically, now we are also making these hemp bank in different places. We are building a supply chain in 46 districts and collecting reliable data. So now we are also attracting scientists and universities who want to come here, and they want to create data, because with this data that is not like fully collected, and we are on the process, I think the whole industry would be taken to the next level. So basically, there are exclusive products that we have built and are yet to be released. So now, like, we are working on that. So we are building hemp paper factory. So we just took the land for eco village and training center. So here we can see some of our brain child. So this is hemp paper packaging that we launched recently, and we created the factory, and uh, we are basically building the whole industry again. So Hempcrete solutions, we are also building with Hempcrete, and in Nepal, we like there are local entrepreneurs who recently built a hospital out of Hempcrete. So amazing things happening in Nepal. So this is Hemp Bazar Nepal. That is a marketplace. We are basically manufacturing, we are producing, and basically what Canaveda does is it empowers the local factories. And because there is still this lack of education, what we aim to do is also to educate and is also to build the whole industry. So this is a brand that we created. It is Seed Fashion. So this is something that we have not launched yet, and we are going to launch very soon, because the carpet culture of Nepal is one of the best, and they are using these traditional methods in order to create uh, these handmade carpets, and this is one of the finest in the world. So uh, now we are finally bringing the local carpet industries together in order to produce for us, so that we can create more jobs and more opportunities. So this is the hemp yarn that we have developed. We recently developed the sample with some industrialists, and it is one of the most fine yarn we can find in the world. So this is another brainchild of ours. This is Tribal Hemp Fashion Collection. So this we have created in order to support the tribal people. So all of the profit of this goes to support the tribal people. So currently we are empowering women, and we are creating jobs there, and we are also educating them. So basically our goal is to create free education in 7 provinces, and that seems very much possible. So one step at a time, we are reaching there, and the right people are coming, and I also invite more people to join in order to build this dream. So we recently also partnered with some of our friends in Austria, and this is what we built. This is legal hemp farm. So since this is not this currently is we are not able to make in Nepal because of legality issues. Other things we are able to make, but in the future all these things are also very much likely to be possible. So what we are doing is we are offering services of product development, and we are giving our consultancy services, bottling and packaging, white label, custom design, different products like CBD, CBG, flowers, distillates, isolates, full spectrum oil, cosmetics, moon rock, pollinate, keef, full spectrum hash, CBD massage oils, uh, medical cannabis, hemp paper, and other services at a very reasonable, like very high quality in very good price. So that's it. That is the growth. So currently a lot of people, they are coming here and they are also researching, and we are also starting this hemp tourism, because there is enough wild cannabis growing uh, in the villages. So basically all the people who come here, they are filled with tears of joy, because Nepal is a very hospitable place, and the life is very innocent, it is very simple, and it is very rich. So greetings from Nepal. So this is me. I am the CEO of Canaveda company. And if you'd want to get in touch with me, then this is my number. Uh, you can also catch me in WhatsApp, also in Telegram, and this is my email address. You can also connect through LinkedIn with that name, Pratik Karki. So yes, if we have any questions, then we still have some time left. So let's bring them on.
Hello, Mr. Pratik. Here's the question from the audience. Is there any limitation of using cannabis according to the Nepal law and regulation of cannabis?
Yes, like consuming it like cannabis, it is not possible to consume it like that. There is, because since 1976, after this Narcotic Drugs Control Act was regulated because of America, this has become illegal. Because in those times, what used to happen is there used to be a lot of supply that used to happen from Nepal. And during 1972, around 50% of total hash supply used to happen from Nepal and Morocco. So in the Second World War, during those times, cannabis that was taken from here used to was very much used by the military in order to heal themselves of pain and stress and anxiety and all these things. But after 1976, a lot of things have changed on a regulatory level. But still, hemp and industrial hemp can still be used. There are still ways there, and that's why currently we are working with the government and the industrialists by building the first research center here, and things are looking positive, and in the near future miracles are going to happen. So yeah.
And another question for you. What is the perception of the people in Nepal towards product containing of cannabis as an ingredient?
Yeah, so like I said, basically, like, it is ingrained in our culture because this is a Hindu country, and we have this god called Lord Shiva, whom everyone prays. And basically, like, when they go to the temple and they want to offer something, then what they offer is the cannabis plant. And we have this day of celebration like Shivaratri, that is the birthday of this god. So basically, people are using it very openly. Uh, but like, still, after this narcotic drugs control act was regulated, then people started to see it as a drug, you know. And now people are slowly opening up to it. That's why we also have our education programs, and we are building this awareness, and people are starting to realize, people are starting to understand, and there is a lot of noise currently in this industry, and the mindset and the perception is being shifted.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pratik.
Thank you.